Hello and welcome. Today we're going to talk about a topic that has been in a lot of real estate investors' mind, which is about how the market has been impacted as far as real estate investing is concerned from the pandemic or COVID-19. So now we talk about real estate investing is a little different than what you would think as a regular real estate. Regular real estate is where you have a listing agent listing a house, selling it, putting it on the market for the MLS. That's one part of real estate. And we're not going to talk about that. We're talking actually about real estate investing. Okay, so as that is affected about wholesaling, buy and hold, fix and flip properties, and so forth. So one of the things that has happened, so we're looking at the silver lining here in what has happened. One of the things that has happened over the last few months because of the social distancing, because of people having to work from home, and is the virtual. The virtual aspects of real estate has been becoming more prominent. Virtual way of doing business in general has been a lot more prominent. So with that said, the virtual aspect of the business has been really on the up and up. Okay. The other thing is because of no choice about conducting businesses virtual, people working from home and not being able to go there, connect with people, and the social distancing aspect, people are more accepting of doing business this way. So when you talk with sellers or buyers, they are more accepting of doing this long distance, of not being having to meet you. So they don't expect you as an investor to go to the property and see the house or go there. So when I talk to a seller and say, can you take pictures and send pictures to me? Can you take a video and send a video to me? Or can you put a lockbox on the door so I can send somebody over there? It's not, it's much more accepting of doing business this way. So this is one of the things I've noticed as well. Another thing that I would say is that we are going through the other end of the crisis at this point. So the problem that we're going to have repercussions. This is something that's going to go on and on. But however, we are at the other end, meaning whatever the uncertainty of the beginning of the business that we had a few months ago, what's going to happen, now we are at the other end, where the problem is already risen. The people have lost jobs. People have had already impacted by what is going on. So now we know how to respond to these problems, right? The economy does, the whole system does, real estate investing as well. So one of the things we're going to see actually, and this is something that happened in 2001 when we had the 9/11, that people were thinking that we were actually going to crash the market, and then the market actually went up in 2002 by almost 5%. So this is actually happening. We're going to see this happening right now, where the market, the real estate market, is actually outperforming stocks. And that's going to be even going more strong. So because people, and I personally am investing more money in real estate right now that I'm investing in the stocks. I kind of diverted my strategy, where before I was really doing a lot of stocks as well. Right now I am going to put more money into real estate because it's much more stable and the return on the investments is going to be higher. When you have situations like this where there's time of uncertainty, even Warren Buffett says, these are the times that you really need to amp up your real estate investing strategy. These are the times that you should be out there buying property, either for long-term investments like buy and hold, or for fix and flip. Now I'm going to talk about those two strategies in a moment. So as far as the long term, yes, when we are talking about real estate, especially right now, because we're going to have repercussions here over the next few years, think of buying something for that you're going to hold on to for the next 5 to 10 years. Okay, not something that you're going to say, okay, it's a good property, but I'm going to sell it in 2 or 3 years. No, if you buy as a rental, buy for the long term, closer to 10 years if possible, so that you can weather the ups and downs that we're going to have in the business in the next few years as things are going to establish to what they call the new normal. Okay. The other thing is the fix and flips, because of the interest rates being so low right now, and even in the foreseeable future, they still think the interest rates are going to stay low. The other thing that you want to think about is really, um, buying property. So a lot of people are thinking, okay, I've been thinking of buying a house. This is the time to buy the house, or refinance, or downsize, or buy a bigger house. So that's what it is. So the fix and flip business, actually taking this property and fix them up, especially at the medium income level, is going to attract the conventional home buyers, up to, depending on parts of the country you're at, but $500,000 or less, is going to be really prevalent. So those houses that are fitting the middle income level criteria, up to an FHA loan limit or the conventional loan limit, are going to be in high demand. So as a flipper, you do it. And as a wholesaler, you are providing properties for the flipper or the buy and hold, right? Or the landlord. So you're still looking for inventory, excuse me, that can be of value to these investors, either the rehabbers or the landlords. So, and the last thing I want to touch upon is the fact of people thinking about foreclosure. Oh, we're going to have a lot of foreclosure. We're going to have a situation like 2007, 2008. I really don't think so. What we're going to have more, though, is bankruptcies. Okay? I think that the banks this time around have been much better at working with people as far as making sure that they do, forbearance agreement, or give a break to people on their mortgage payments, or work out some type of way not to foreclose on people that had the need. And this is a preventive way the banks have been working with people, trying not to repeat what we had in 2007, 2008. Let's keep in mind that until COVID hit here in March, we were very strong. The business was doing well with real estate. The banks were loaning. So the thing is, we were not having really problems in the economy. It's like 2001, right? We were doing well, and then all of a sudden we had something happen, 9/11. Same thing here. We were doing well, and then all of a sudden we had a virus, a pandemic. So the banks were well funded when this happened. The banks were okay. The mortgages were doing fine. The foreclosures were really, really low rate. So they tried. They didn't have the collapse of 2007, 2008 with the housing crisis. So the bank were in a position to come in and actually work something out with the borrower instead of trying to foreclose on them because the market collapsed. So it's a much different scenario. However, we are going to see more bankruptcies because, people that have lost jobs and they're trying to juggle all their bills with not enough income. They always say that the priority should always be on your mortgage, right? Most people pay their mortgage first, then they make their car payment, and then the credit cards and everything else kind of fall behind it. So usually when somebody gets to a point of being foreclosed, they already defaulted on their credit cards and probably got cars repossessed, and the foreclosure is the last thing. So with that in mind, people are going to file bankruptcies in order to save their house, to save a lot of the cars, and doing Chapter 13 where they actually have reorganization instead of losing everything. So this is my take on what is going on with real estate, and I always I don't let myself being caught in the negativity of the situations. It's all a matter of perceptions. You can take a situation that is bad or negative on the outside and see as a business owner, as a real estate investor, how you can actually position yourself and work that to your advantage. And that's what the real survivor is in this business. This is where you're going to thrive in this business. Is that I've been in this business long enough for over 30 years where I've been through recessions, I've been through downturns in the economy, I've been through big changes in way to do business. And so I am very much used to having to change the way I approach business. I have a placemat on my table in the morning, and it says that, and I read this every day, when the wind changes, you adjust your sails. And this is what we're doing right now. The environment in your real estate has changed. We just have to adjust your sails. You're not going to quit the business. This is the right time to be in the business. This is the time that you should position yourself and flourish, because the weak are going to drop out. The people that don't have the skills and the right mindset are going to drop out. And the people that stay in this business and position and understand really what's going on out there are the ones that are going to really benefit and flourish. Because trust me, even Barbara Cochran from Shark Tank, one another quote that she says that I love is that real estate is one of those businesses that when it comes back, it goes gangbusters. And this is what it is. And real estate has not gone bad over the last few months, but it's getting better and better. Like I said, it's even overtaking the real estate, the stock market, and this is where things are happening here. So just adjust your sails. Don't give up the race. Real estate is really strong. You just have to see what opportunities in the market you can create for yourself. So hopefully this was helpful. This was my take on it. Don't forget to check our website and for more information and training and different things. We have free ebooks that you can download as well, as far as giving you 7 steps on really getting your business going. And I love to bring this information to you. Take care.